Today, we're getting an inside look at what it means to go electric.
I am behind closed doors at Tesla Motors to check out the hottest alternative vehicle on the planet. It has race car-like performance, unmatched range, and styling that is out of this world, all with zero emissions.
The Tesla Roadster is still in the final stages of development, but they're letting me go behind the scenes to see what makes this hot rod so unique, under the agreement that I don't snoop around too much. Apparently, they've got some secrets they're not quite ready to reveal.
I am here in Silicon Valley at Tesla Motors with David, and we are standing in front of the all-new Tesla Roadster.
Yeah, this is it. This is the electric supercar. It does 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. It's got a top speed of over 130 miles an hour. Does all that 100% electric with zero emissions, and it gets over 200 miles on a single charge.
Yeah, range has always been the issue with electric cars. This thing gets over 200 miles in one charge.
This is really a case where you can have your cake and eat it too. You can have the performance of a Ferrari, but over double the efficiency of a Prius. So, again, it's the best of both worlds in one car.
That's incredible.
Despite its potential, the electric cars had a checkered history, and there's yet to be one that's managed to stay on the streets. But these forward thinkers at Tesla Motors, in the heart of the Silicon Valley, are aiming to change not just the electric car's reputation, but the world we live in.
An electric car like ours uses about half the energy per mile that the best hybrid car uses today. And none of that is oil. So from the perspective of the environment, global warming, carbon footprint, electric cars are the most efficient, the cleanest technology you can choose. In terms of freeing us from our addiction to oil, they use none.
And this hot new Roadster's already making headlines. The media's buzzing about principal investor Elon Musk, who made his fortune in the tech industry and has already put down nearly $40 million. Not to mention the list of high-profile customers, including George Clooney and the founders of Google. But despite the hype, starting an automobile company is no easy task, and the risks are huge. So what inspired CEO and co-founder Martin Eberhard to take the leap?
I guess I started off looking for my next car. So I looked around and thought, somebody must make an electric car that's really designed to be a performance car. And actually nobody was. And the more I looked into it, the more I thought it was possible to do that, and also that I wouldn't be the only person in the world that wanted a car like that, a car that's, on the one hand, a great and fun and beautiful car, and on the other hand, doesn't burn gasoline.
I have to see what's under the hood. Can we do that?
Yeah, actually, the interesting stuff's in the back. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Wow, David's going to let us see what makes the Tesla tick.
So for a sports car, it's actually important that the car be practical too. You can actually fit a full set of golf clubs in here.
Great. Not too bad. Not too bad for a sports car.
Not too bad at all. Beyond that, it's pretty simple. I mean, you've got the power electronics module, and this is the computer that sort of runs the show. You've got the ESS, that's our fancy word for battery pack, energy storage system, and you can see the liquid cooling bottle there.
Oh, so this is pretty important for the life of the battery pack, isn't it?
That's right, because the battery is thermally managed, meaning that we both liquid and air cool it, and we also heat it to keep it at a constant temperature.
Can we take a look under here?
Sure. Right over here,
Oh,
we've
that's
got,
it. Okay.
we've got another PEM
Oh, nice.
for a quick show and tell.
Okay.
So right here we've got 3 megapole custom inverter poles for the 3-phase motor control. Charge input circuitry to your left. Here's the main controller board and a fan controller that controls the PEM and the motor fans.
Would you say then that the battery pack and the PEM, these two components are the real heart of this car?
Definitely, and they're also the heart of Tesla's intellectual property. It's where all of our engineering time and expertise has been spent on this car. Like I was saying, you know, this body, it's great, it's beautiful, it's real flashy. The interior has all been done by Tesla as well, but where more of our expertise resides and where we really hope to make a difference in the automotive industry in general is our custom drivetrain. So motor, PEM, ESS, that's where we're going forward.
Very cool.
The energy storage system is packed with nearly 7,000 individual lithium-ion battery cells, just like the ones you'd find in your laptop.
The thought of using what's in my laptop to power my car, let alone my sports car, seems a little odd. How does that work, really?
Well, yeah, it is a little odd until you think about it. The reason that these are used in laptops and camcorders is they're so energy dense. They're really efficient cells. And what we've done is we found a way to make them play nice in an automotive environment.
David's agreed to let Jason, a senior development engineer, show me more.
Jason, would you consider this the engine of the car?
Yes, this is an early prototype, but it is the motor and transmission. So this right here is the engine of the car.
That's a lot smaller than I would imagine.
right.
You know, in my car, it's huge, right?
That's right.
There's the entire under the hood. It's all there. How many many moving parts are in here?
So not counting the two bearings, there's one moving part. The basic components of this are the rotor and the stator. And the rotor is the part that rotates, and the stator is the part that is in the actual housing. So it's an electric motor. Interestingly, the AC induction motor was invented by Nikola Tesla, which is where we get the name of our company from.
Well, Nikola Tesla was one of the great American inventors, and he's one that we should have been taught about in school. He was every bit the giant that Thomas Edison and all the rest of these guys were, but we didn't learn about him. Among his like 700 patents and many important inventions was the AC induction motor. The AC induction motor is the kind of motor we all have in our washing machines and blenders and things, but it's also the kind of motor we use in our car. And I thought that it was time for him to get credit for some of his inventions, and I thought it made a cool name for the company.
Naming Tesla Motors after an underdog inventor fits perfectly with the spirit of a company that's trying to reinvent the way the world thinks about personal transportation.
Tesla Motors is a blend of Silicon Valley technology and traditional automotive technology. Tesla really is a synergy between these two types of engineers that come together and make a car that is, on the one hand, very recognizably a high-performance and beautiful car and does all the things a car is supposed to do, and on the other hand, has entirely new technology under the hood.
And all this new technology makes for a very different kind of working environment.
I've noticed throughout here, this is the cleanest garage I've ever seen, by the way. And I know you're petroleum-free, right? I mean, that's the whole point. No
That's
gas.
Right.
It's electric.
That's right.
But I do see some oil here. So is that the only oil that we see in this entire car, or how does that work?
Sure. So the fact that we don't burn any petroleum is not only fantastic for all of the reasons that we're doing it, but you get the added benefit of having a shop with no need for exhaust fans, no fumes, no noise of the engine starting. But most moving parts still need lubrication.
But no gas, and as a result, no emissions.